What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of the Current Flow podcast. We are your hosts, Carlos and Stacey.
What's up, everybody?
What up? So yeah, we just wanted to get together and talk about a couple things that are kind of current in today's, I guess you can say, culture and society. Dude, the fucking Kendrick Lamar pop-out show.
Dude, that shit was sick.
I'm kind of like sad that I didn't put more effort into like going because it seemed like such a great time.
What did you have to do to go? Just buy tickets?
Well, I saw an email that tickets were going to go on sale, and I just like lately, and I've been doing a really bad job at this. I've been so busy with work because I don't know what's going on, but the shit is fucking crazy. Like there's automation efforts and process improvements, and then like just a bunch of normal shit, and like new hires doing interviews and stuff like that. So I've just been like not reading everything thoroughly and kind of missing shit. So I think that's what happened when that happened. And I didn't realize it was the same weekend that it was announced, and I just forgot about it and missed out on such a good fucking show, man.
Yeah, dude. Everyone was saying that was like the best show
that
they've been to.
Like when everybody was on stage, Kendrick was like, LA's definitely in this motherfucker. I was like, no, they ain't, because I'm not there, fool.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, all the fucking Crips and Bloods and fucking rival gangs over there.
Yeah, he's bringing people together, man. That's awesome.
That's crazy. Dude, the mutual hate for Drizzy Drake.
Yeah. Like, I mean, even they had like video of LeBron singing word for word.
Not Like Us.
That Not Like Us.
That song is
it's so catchy,
sick,
man.
It's so dope.
Like I'll be just doing random shit and I'll just be like,
yeah, same, bro. Same. Especially when it first came out, random moments, like, yeah, same thing, dude. It's just
Mustard knew what he was doing when he made that beat.
Yeah, bro. He hit it with that one.
And but I thought it was funny about LeBron because you know how Drake has that song Forever?
Yeah.
Like, I mean it. Like I feel like that song was for that like high school documentary for LeBron, and like I think even the album artwork is LeBron.
Yeah, I think so too.
So it's like I thought y'all were close, and yet LeBron's singing this thing word for word.
I know it's crazy because I mean I like Drake too, but I really like this song. So like when I listen to it, it's like, is this like, am I going against like being a bad fan or like? Not that it really matters, but. Like, it's just a good song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, I can imagine, like, if you know Drake personally, but it's a good song, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I'm sorry,
sick,
but...
Yeah. Kendrick hit it with that one.
He should have had, like, a few more rebuttals, man. I think it was just, like, a couple or one or something.
I don't think he would have been able to handle it, dude. Who, Drake?
Drake, yeah.
Yeah, he had, like, he came out with the first one was... Dang, I already forgot it. I think he had, like, 4 in total.
Uh-huh.
But... Damn, I forgot what push-ups. That was the first one, and then it was Family Matters, right?
I don't know if Family. I think that's, and then that's what made Kendrick.
That's when Not Like Us came out.
Yeah, because he got personal with it.
Yeah, because right after Family Matters, I think he dropped, was it Letter to Grams or some shit like that?
Yeah, Kendrick
wrote that, and then he dropped Not Like Us, like within like 8 hours or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then Drake, his rebuttal to Not Like Us was the Hearts Part 6 or something.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
No, it's actually pretty good. It's a good one.
But you know that he probably had help writing that shit.
Yeah, dude, he had his ghostwriters working overtime.
I saw a video on Instagram of this guy being like, Drake is like one of the biggest culture vultures, and he goes to show like how he did like the whole island kind of thing, the whole island sound. Yeah. He did the what the fuck else? Like he just showed a bunch of clips of him even talking different, like just
that always bothered me about him too. Not the culture vulture shit, because I don't really care about that, because I think that's overused in general, the whole culture appropriation.
But it's more like he's not authentic. He's
and that's what bothered me, because I remember he was doing that whole like Jamaican thing or whatever. Like, dude,
which still bops. Like I still
but it was annoying when he spoke.
Oh
like,
yeah, when he spoke.
Yeah, when he would say like
Bumba clot.
Yeah, or like tings. Like, dude, shut up.
You're not Jamaican, dude.
Yeah, like, why are you talking like that?
You're raised by a white mama.
Yeah, it's like it bothered me. That bothered me too. But some of those songs are actually pretty sick. But
I mean, I like Drake songs. I do like.
They're
Drake.
catchy and they are good.
But it makes you realize that it's not authentically hip hop. Like Kendrick is hip hop. You know?
Yeah, Kendrick. But I mean, even nowadays, I think if you to look at what's popular now in hip hop, is pretty shitty.
Oh, for sure. It's all just like
It's really
mumbo
bad.
jumbo.
Yeah, and they're all like they all look like caricatures,
Mhm.
and their music is terrible. Like I just saw a clip from the XXL freestyle. You see it? It's like all the new rappers and shit. They're so fucking bad. Except
It's
for
like a cipher, just like a.
yeah. Except for I forgot his name was the Mexican dude, something Mexican OT or some shit.
Oh, I've heard he's good.
Yeah, he's good.
My cousin likes him. I'm like,
I was gonna say, except for him, like his bar is actually not too bad, but everyone else is so fucking bad, dude. So bad.
was it just like emo rappers?
No, I don't even know. They all look to me to be like they were wearing Fortnite skins or something.
Okay.
They all just look, not even that they look weird, but they were just bad, dude. They were just really bad.
Okay.
I think every generation, as I get older, I'm realizing we have like a distaste for like not distaste, but I feel like our music was better.
Yeah.
You know, and I think every generation does.
For sure.
You know? So I look at these kids and I'm like, dude, it sounds so bad, so terrible. But they probably think the same thing about us, our music.
Yeah.
Like classics or whatever, or what was it? Like classic music, I guess now.
Yeah.
Old school shit.
I feel like you can always kind of pick certain genres within each era where like the main type of sound you hear could be considered like kind of whack. Like,
You know, I think I think that's true, but I think that's very true for hip hop.
yeah, at this moment in time, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, cause you think of like rock or metal, right? Like there are eras within it. You know, like 2000s is very different from the 90s and 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
But in its core is very much the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they're introducing a lot more like electric synths and a lot more alternative stuff, like Sleep Token with their R&B-ish sound sometimes. But it actually sounds pretty cool. But
I like Sleep Token.
At its core is still rock or metal. You know what I mean? Still have like guitar and the drums and even like
double pedals.
Yeah, like Tim Henson with like Polyphia, like doing like the pure instrumental stuff, but really fucking sick. But hip hop and pop, I think they go like really off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, almost like they want to, like to be like rebellious in a way, but it comes off as just like really corny to me.
Yeah. I just never really got into the whole emo rap type thing, and I feel like that's what's kind of prevalent in
like
today's
Extension stuff.
Yeah, like
he passed away, I think.
he did, but there's like little
Other
Uzi
ones
Vert
too.
and shit. You know, that's what I
Yeah.
think of when I picture that type of
Yeah.
fucking. There's little Yachty count. I don't even know.
Yeah,
But
I don't
hip hop
know.
has always been rebellious, so maybe it's just a new era
The
of being
evolution
rebellious.
of it.
Because I mean, emo culture has always been pretty prevalent. I never had an emo phase, and people will say it's not a phase, but
It's not a phase, mom. Dude, I still bump my fucking emo night.
I never really got
playlist.
into that stuff. Like I liked the main type of shit that I would hear, like Circus Survive and other.
Linkin Park and stuff.
Yeah, but I never really considered myself to be emo. I never had like the whole, you know, like fucking.
I went through that, bro. I have a picture just like this. With that with my hair like this.
How do you even get your hair to do that? Do you have to grow long
I don't
bangs?
even remember. So I never so what they used to do, because I had friends that were like really crazy with it, like use straighteners and crazy hairspray and stuff. My
Mascara
hair was
and
just
shit.
really long, so I would just wear a hat, and I would wear a hat over it, so it'd be just like this with my hat on, just like that. So I never straightened it or whatever, but I did have long hair like that, and I did have pictures with it.
Were most kids dressed like that, or just like
No, from the people that I knew, with the exception of just one other person, I like the only one.
Yeah.
From my immediate circle. There were other people and stuff too, but since I switched high school a lot, I didn't really get to know too many people. You know what I mean? I was kind of like a shy kid. So,
And then you only went to high school with Steph for a little bit.
yeah, for like a year and a half or something.
Okay, but stayed connected somehow.
Yeah,
Social media.
Yeah, MySpace, bro.
MySpace. What is like one MySpace song that you can remember that you had in your MySpace?
Dude, I don't remember any.
I used to have Daft Punk. I used to have like Kanye.
I don't remember, dude.
I think John Legend was also one.
I don't remember.
Like John Legend, you didn't catch me dead listening to John Legend today. Maybe like one song.
Dude, the only John Legend song I like is that one, the most popular one. What is it? All of me loves all of you.
Oh wait, no, I don't know
What are
which
you
one.
thinking?
That's a totally different one, I think. At least that's what it sounds like.
We were both like mumbling different things. Yeah.
Like, I love you.
Yeah, I don't remember, bro. It's funny because I think the last time I logged onto MySpace was in Justin Timberlake. He bought it or some shit, right?
Oh, that's right.
He bought it, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna go back into it." And Tom wasn't there anymore, like, and I went on my profile thing, but I don't remember anything like at all. I remember Photo Bucket.
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to get to my Photo Bucket a while ago because I just wanted to see what the fuck was in there, and I totally forgot it. And I think the email that I had associated is just gone.
Yeah.
But I wonder what's in there.
I still get emails from saying your account has been deleted. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna see this no more.
Photo Bucket or MySpace?
Photo Bucket.
Photo Bucket.
Yeah. I think they went out of business a long time ago.
Oh yeah, for sure, dude. But it was cool when it was a thing.
Yeah.
It was like probably like the first like cloud-ish saving thing you can do, like upload photos somewhere and save them.
Yeah. And use the HTML thing to
dude,
put it on your profile. I remember I had like first figured it out and I had like fucking random ass cars and like just skateboarders and stuff. Like,
dude, I remember I would spend hours coding pretty much into like my MySpace to do like fonts or whatever. I remember that was a fun time.
That was a fun time.
But it was just funny because I remember all the arguments and debates you would have with people for not being in your top 8 or the bulletins too. That was a good time. Things changed now.
Yeah,
it's weird the social media climate, how it's evolved.
Yeah, I was just like waiting for like, I don't know, is anything gonna take Instagram out? Like I feel like Instagram is the standard.
Know, dude, it's fucking huge. I mean, TikTok, probably the closest thing. Yeah. I think TikTok came out with like a photo thing too.
Okay, I don't want to download TikTok because I don't want to get that whole scrolling.
Yeah, dude, I already get it with Reels. I can't do both, you know. But the thing is, I've tried TikTok before, and maybe because I'm not on it that much, the algorithm doesn't like really get me. But Instagram gets me, bro. Like it gets me real good. And it's so different because like I watch Steph's Reels with her sometimes, just like laying down and watching, and hers are so different from mine. It's crazy. Like I was doing it with him. Oh, I felt so bad. I was doing that with her. So like I was on my Reels and she decided to come and look and stuff. So we were like looking and stuff and we're like, some of them were pretty funny. But then like people will get decapitated and shit. Like I get deaths all the time. I don't know if you do, but I get them pretty often. At least once a day I get a random death from whatever. She's like, why do you have them? I don't fucking know. And then there was one that was like, it looked like it was like, remember those videos where it was like stare at the picture and see what's changing and then something scary will pop out? So it was like a guy watching it. Oh, no. I can't explain it to you, but whatever. It was a guy eating something and he puts the camera on his girlfriend and she's like, just whatever. And then he's eating again. And then he goes back to her and she's like a monster, but like a really ugly one. And Stephanie got so scared she started crying.
Aw.
Yeah, especially because it was like midnight.
Yeah.
And things like that really get to her. And she doesn't like the very specific kind of, I guess, face where it's kind of, remember Momo?
Yes.
Like that kind of face. She hates that. And it was like that kind of face. It was so random, bro. I got scared because I did not expect it at all. It was like a random little thing. And then she started crying. I felt really bad. But that's the type of shit that I get. You know, like weird conspiracy stuff and like, a lot of it's not funny, but some of it I think is hilarious if she doesn't think it's funny at all.
I just get like aliens and
I get aliens
like ghosts and stuff.
Yeah.
Shoes, golf.
Yeah, I get a lot of running stuff now.
Yeah.
All the time. I'm getting like running shit. But yeah, sometimes I get like, and I know I think it is too, because let's say a video, because there was one that I saw was kind of fucking crazy. It was like a guy crossing the street during a NASCAR race and the car hits him. And he literally disintegrates, like, just turns into, like, just smoke, just, psh. And I would go into the comments and see what people are saying. But I think because I'm in the comments, and it's, like, replaying as I'm reading comments, I think that's why it recommends me more videos like that. Because I like to see what people are saying about it. Because I like to say, like, where it happened, you know, when it happened, who it was.
What's also crazy is that I saw a video where this girl talked about how the comments are also different depending on your algorithm. Like she was watching a video and it was like positive, but then she was looking at her boyfriends and like all the comments were at the same video. All the comments were like negative, and it's just like how they're able to kind of continue with the algorithm to kind of, I guess, reinforce your way of thinking or even try to manipulate your way of thinking.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy because I get a lot of negative stuff from. I do get the occasional like really positive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also really funny. I get like the comments I get are always like ironically, either really offensively trying to be funny, or really like positively be funny. There'll be one of like a kid dancing or doing something, and then they'll be like, "Oh, this kid is such an L," and then they'll comment again for legend or some shit. You know, there'll be a bunch of those. But there's other ones that are really fucked up, but they're funny though. But they're really mean on other videos. So I get those a lot too. But
yeah,
it's crazy how different it can be.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of like Palestine shit.
Oh yeah, I get that too. But
Which
I get
called death.
Yeah, and I get
funny.
I get deaths like that too. Like the video you sent me, I've seen before, and it was like, that's just crazy.
It's fucking sad.
Yeah, and yeah, you see it like the deaths and the bodies and stuff. And
speaking about the whole Palestine thing, it was a topic that was covered in the presidential debate.
Oh yeah, let's discuss the debate.
I really think, and maybe I'm being a little, you might call it bipartisan or trying my best to be unbiased, but what I saw from Joe Biden was something that is not unfamiliar to me. That's just how he is. Like that. For people like questioning what the hell's going on, it's like, bro, where the fuck you been? This is like the last 4 years.
Yeah.
So I was not surprised. But I really do truthfully think, because Joe Biden has served over 50 years in government, that I think he does still understand what is right and what is wrong. I think he still can make hard decisions, but when you put him in a situation like that where it's quick and rapidly kind of changing, he's like, my grandma's 83 years old. She's not going to be able to do that well. And he's historically never really been that good of a debater. I'm not going to make excuses for him, but because this is an important job. But what I saw is just that, I mean, that's Joe. I don't know why people are surprised.
Honestly, I was surprised. I thought he said more cohesive sentences that I thought he would.
Yeah.
To be honest. There were sometimes he rebutted. I was like, that's all right.
Yeah. Like
malarkey. That's a bunch of malarkey.
I'd never heard that word until he started saying it.
He said like 10 times.
Yeah. And I love, there was a part where he started saying kind of something random. And then Donald Trump was like, I don't know what he said at the end there. I don't even think he knew what he said right there. And that was the only dig, which I respect Trump for not.
Yeah, honestly.
They might have told him before, like briefed him, like, don't fucking be mean to him. You know, like just
don't be mean to him, okay?
He's the president, dog. But
he was pretty tame.
He was tame. I feel like he could have been a little more than what, I mean, he just naturally just kind of goes off. And I also thought it was funny when President Biden was like, I got my handicap down to a 6, and he's just like, I've seen your swing. You're not that good, or something like that. It's just fucking funny, man.
Trump is actually pretty good, though, huh?
I think he might be scratch, which means like he shoots even par consistently, which is hard to do.
Yeah. But
then again, golf is a game where you can cheat, and we've seen the kind of character that Trump has. He might be a cheater.
Yeah, he's a winner by whatever means necessary. But yeah, honestly, I didn't think Biden was as bad as I thought he was going to be, because, dude, I was ready for a complete shit show, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially with someone like Trump that's so, like, aggressive and very, like, he's pretty quick on his feet and very, like, witty in terms of what he says. But I didn't think Biden that bad compared to what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah.
But he did say a lot of, like, shit, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
You know, it was hard to really know who to trust, because they were both calling each other liars pretty much the entire time. And one was saying this, and one was saying that, and they were calling each other liars and malarkey and BS. And it's like, okay, well, how am I supposed to fucking know without me doing the actual research myself? Which the large majority of people aren't going to do that.
Yeah. You know? There was a part where Donald Trump was like, you know, I was rooting for you, Joe. I'm rooting for you. I wanted you to do a good job, but you did such a bad job. I have to run again. Like, what the fuck? Yeah,
I think I remember that too. Dude. Yeah, Trump is funny, bro.
He is funny. Lex Friedman, I love his podcast. He had, I think her name is Ivanka, his daughter. Mm-hmm. And she was just bringing up examples of how working for her dad, like when she was younger, he would put her in situations to, like, I don't know, lead a project where they're kind of like trying to renovate a building that they're trying to bring up and sell, and how like this certain building had like a crazy air conditioning system that like was going to cost so much money, but her dad has always had a good way of like asking the right questions, or always continuing to ask probing questions. So there's like a way to kind of get to the bottom of something that might be like, oh, this is too expensive. We might be able to do this way. There was some crazy like type of situation where like this building had a roof where it was like all glass, and they wanted to maintain a certain level of like temperature. Mm-hmm. But these engineers said it was going to cost so much money. This is just one example she talked about. But her dad was really good at like bringing in other people, even if they weren't like super big named engineers, like people that are like duct specialists, like air duct specialists and AC specialists, and figured out a more cheaper way. And that was just like one example of like how he is really good at like asking the right questions and really getting down to something. But I also think Donald Trump is a con man.
I mean, I heard someone saying, and I think it's really true. There's no such thing as a good billionaire. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't think anyone, and I believe it too, I don't think anyone can become a billionaire without doing some shady stuff.
Or having a crazy ego or something.
Yeah, something like you need to have that or do that to become a billionaire, because that's crazy shit.
I mean, my favorite billionaire is definitely fucking Elon Musk, man. Like, that fool gives no fucks.
Yeah.
Like, on Twitter, on X, he's always just saying some shit. I think he said something, and like this person responded and was like, did you really just spend $50 billion to buy a company so you could just say whatever you want? And he was like, 100%. And yet this fool's running like X. He's running the Boring Company, Tesla, SpaceX. Like, this fool is he's different, bro.
Neuralink too?
Neuralink as well. So like the fact that like he used his own money to buy X and make it Twitter, to make it private.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like the biggest fuck you, like, and I think it has kind of changed the discourse of like how things were going, like the left and whatever side you want to call it, the progressive media was like controlling this like whole type of social media realm, but he kind of was able to put a little kink in the chain and kind of
balance it out a little bit. Yeah, I can see that to be true too. I mean, I haven't used X in forever.
I look at it like almost every other day.
Really? No, I got rid of it because I didn't delete my account, but I just deleted the app because I was like, I'm not going to use social media anymore. And then I deleted them all, and I was like, I'm going to keep Instagram. It was like the worst one.
Yeah.
The biggest time suck of them all. And I was like, I'm going to get a Strava. Like, now I'm like giving everyone, someone did a 0.2 walk. Like,
0.01.
Yeah, like, good job.
Kudos. Good job for 0.01.
Yeah, it's funny when I see those things. Kind of a little bit of a tangent, but when I signed up for Strava, I had to sync to my watch to where everything automatically uploaded.
Yeah, that's how I have it now.
Yeah, so sometimes I'll walk from like my car to like the office, which is pretty decent walk. It's like almost a mile, but it's like I'm gonna record it. But then it was all just walks and walks and walks. So I made it to where I manually do it. So I only record my runs and my lifts. But I remember I would just get like, it'd be like a 0.23 walk. And I'm like, oh, probably shouldn't be recording this stuff. I still got kudos and stuff. I was like, thanks, guys. Appreciate that.
It's all love.
Yeah, and that's what I like about it too. I was thinking about why a kudos feels much better than like a like on like a post or a picture. And I think it's because it's a kudos and something that you do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Whereas like, let's say if I post a picture of like, my shoes and I get a like for it, I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. But in Strava, there are things that you're actively doing. And there are things that people don't like to do that are kind of hard sometimes, like running, lifting, rowing, whatever it is. So when you're putting effort and then someone's like, good job, it's like, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
That was actually pretty hard. you know?
Yeah.
So you feel that
that reinforcement.
Exactly, and that support. And then you see really like, oh wow, there's always like these same like 5 guys who really care about my progress. They're really invested.
They got your back, dude.
Yeah, and it's like, I love
good job, dude.
Yeah, dude, I love that.
That's how it is at the gym too. Like, we're always just like, good shit, you killed that.
I love that, and that's one of the things I loved about CrossFit. I can't afford to go anymore; it's so fucking expensive, and I don't think my body can even do that anymore.
I'm sure it could.
maybe if I worked up to it again. But that's what I liked about it too, is the community stuff.
Yeah.
And Strava kind of does that like in a digital way, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So it's cool. Like my homie Les, so we're all doing we're all trained to do a half marathon for my batch. One of the things for the batch, and one of my homies, he's logging all of his runs on Strava, but he'll post like training for Carlos's batch half marathon day 1, day 2, day 3. So he's logging in and he says Carlos's batch half marathon.
That's
like,
cool.
oh, that's me.
Yeah.
So like. But
When
it's cool.
When
also,
is that again? October?
October 5th. But you're gonna be in Europe, I
In
think.
Europe.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited. I'm gonna be in Europe, but I really wanted to do that.
It's gonna be fun. I mean, I'm down to do another one with you another time.
Let's do one fucking next month. You're already running.
I mean, I'm already running like that long anyway, but I'm running easy miles, so like my pace is a little slower.
Who cares?
But yeah, I was.
Let's do one in August. Let's do one for your birthday.
I was thinking about that because I saw a lot of people are doing now. They're doing like miles for their birthday year.
Mm-hmm.
So like one of my friend's friend turned 30, so he did 30 miles, which is fucking crazy.
Fuck that.
And I was like,
how much lactic acid is in that body after 30 miles?
Dude, I don't know, but that's pretty crazy. And it was in the middle, like last month. It was really hot. Not even last month, a few weeks ago. And I was saying, man, I can't really do that because I'm turning 32, and I can't run 32 miles. I can barely run my long runs now. So I was like, what if I do kilometers? You know, like 32 kilometers. So I did the math. It was like 20 miles. I was like, oh, that's still a lot. But in the training that I'm doing now, I'm gonna have to run. I think in 2 weeks it's gonna be 18 miles, which is fucking crazy, bro. I don't know.
You're gonna do it.
I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah,
I have to get it done, but
it's gonna be hard.
It's gonna be hard, bro. Like I'm telling you, the one I did recently, the 14 miles, bro. That shit was.
I've never done 14.
That shit was hard. You know what's crazy? Because I ran. So when I ran to the Stars, and that was 7 miles, and I was like, dude, I feel actually really good. Like I was like, the next is gonna be easy because I feel pretty fine. You know. I went to the McDonald's to use the restroom, but I had to buy something, so I ate half a hash brown, which is fun because I was actually really hungry. And then I started going. And I don't know if it was because the sun was right above sunset at this point. It was like literally right above it, so I was getting a lot of sun too. But after mile like 10, bro, that shit was fucking hard. Like really, really hard. At mile like 12 to 14, it was crazy. I like everything was hurting. My legs were killing me. Like I feel like I had to stop. Every red light that I got, I was thanking God for. I was like, thank God, dude. Like I see like a stoplight, oh, please turn red. Damn. So I can stop. It was pretty bad, dude. And the last mile was nuts, bro. Like the last like quarter mile, and I was almost done. I was like, I'm not gonna stop until I get to the 14 miles. Like I'm not gonna stop. Like, I already stopped at the stoplight. Like this time, let's just go. You're right there. But I was struggling, bro. The entire time I was like, zone 4. Like there was no way not to do zone 4.
Really?
Yeah. Even slow in my slow pace, I was still like hitting
because you were exhausted. Like the effort, you had to put a lot of effort.
And I think I didn't do too good of a job in terms of like I didn't really eat too well. Maybe that was part of the thing. I didn't sleep too good either. And I only had like 1 gel, which is crazy because I had like 4 gels on me. But I was just so consumed by just doing the run that I didn't want to like pop a gel. You know what I mean? I just want to keep going and going and going. And then
that's how hard it was, that your mind was just like, no time for gel, or didn't even think about it.
Yeah, exactly. But I learned my lesson, bro. Like next time I'm gonna have to start actually taking them. But
I'm gonna do one of these with you, but I'm capping out at 12.
Yeah, we can do like a loop. I was telling Steph too. She's gonna start training for the half too. She wants to do that one, and she's like, you're running way more than I am, so it's not gonna be the same. But I was like, well, we can do a loop. And we can run it together, and you can just go home, and I can just keep going, and finish it. You know? But dude, it's hard. I like it, but I hate it at the same time.
Dude.
You know, like when I was running, I was like, no fucking way I can do this for 26 miles. There's just no way.
But you're gonna do it.
I'm gonna get it done somehow, some way. But dude, it was nuts, bro. And my biggest fear was having to take a shit. Like after. When I get it was right as soon as I get home. And it's almost every single time on my long runs, as soon as I get home, I gotta go to the restroom like right away. I'm like, dude.
Well, gravity, I imagine, like you're moving around with gravity.
Yeah, so supposedly the science, and it kind of makes sense, I guess. When you're doing long distance running, it comes a point where you literally all your energy is being expended by your muscles, especially in your lower body and your legs and stuff. So all the blood is literally going through your muscles to propel you forward, to keep pushing, right? So it pulls blood from everywhere that it can, including your intestines or your digestive tract, I guess. So your stomach or whatever gets looser because now it's not, your body is trying to keep your legs moving and pulling blood away from here. Not like till you die or whatever, but that's why it gets loose. And people always need to go to the restroom like at some point during that's people shit themselves because you literally can't hold it because there's nothing. You're no longer strong enough in your stomach area to keep you from shitting yourself. Pretty much. That's what I saw somewhere. I don't know if that's true or not, but
I saw this guy do the Boston Marathon, I think, and he shit himself.
Oh, it's the guy that his shit looked like blood or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was fucking gross. Well, he said he was chafing really bad, so he was bleeding. But he also, I guess, shit himself. And then I saw an interview with him. I think it was might have been with Lex Friedman.
I think it was a Channel 5.
So someone, yeah. And they were like, I will do it again. It was like worth it. I'm like, dude, I don't know if that's ever going to be worth it for me, bro.
No, I'm down to do a fucking half. Like, I'm down to do
let's find one. There's
whenever, honestly. Like,
but there's one in Santa Barbara. Or that might have just passed, actually. But there's another one in Big Sur that also looks really cool.
Okay. I think maybe Santa Barbara seems like a easier drive, but Big Sur also sounds cool too.
Yeah. I mean, my thing is I want to do, like, if I'm going to pay $100 or whatever to do a half, I want to do it somewhere where it's nice.
Yeah.
Or unique. You know what I mean? Like, I'm doing the Long Beach one because everyone I know is doing it. And I was like, oh, that'd be cool because a lot of my friends from college are doing it. A lot of people in our, so it's like a big group.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to go out and do one, let's say with you or with just staff or whatever, I'd want to do one that's really cool. Like,
the other Carlos wants to do one too.
Oh, yeah. I've been talking to him on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
See him on his runs.
He's cool people.
Yeah, he is really cool.
And he's strong as fuck too.
Yeah, I seen his lifts, dude. I'm like, fuck, dude. I could never do that now.
You could.
I don't know. Honestly, I'm just trying to maintain my strength because I'm running a lot, dude.
I'm sure it's dipped a little bit.
Yeah.
You mentioned it did dip.
Yeah, it did dip. So I had to change the way I lift. Like before, let's say I would lift heavy for, let's say, squats, for example. I would do some warm-ups and do 3 sets of just the same weight squats. So let's say 305 pounds for like 6 reps. And I'll do that for 3 sets. I can't do that anymore. Now I'll do maybe like 1 really heavy top set or 2.
You say top set like the first set?
Yeah, so I'll do like warm-ups and then I'll do 1 really heavy set. So let's say yesterday I did 310 pounds for 6 reps. And I don't know how, but I was able to do that for the second one, but I always drop weight after that. So my last set or my last 2 sets are typically I drop the weight by like anywhere between 30 to 50%. So by the end of it, I was just doing just 1 plate. But I no longer do just heavy the entire time. I'll do like 1 or 2 really heavy sets, and then I'll drop it a little bit and increase the reps. Okay. So just to kind of keep the volume up. But yeah, I just gotta change it, dude.
Yeah.
And then I have to run, and it shit fucking sucks, dude. Like running after leg day is fucking brutal. Well, you do similar. You do like F45 is really heavy on your legs too, right? You guys do pretty much a lot of leg stuff.
Yeah.
And then you run after, but
it is different when you have a focus like heavy leg day. That's more intense in my opinion.
Yeah, it's exhausting.
Also more time dedicated to that.
It took forever too, and I wanted to run the track, but it was closed. So in my head, I was like, oh, dude, I can't run because the track is closed. So what are you gonna do? You know?
Yeah.
So I'm driving home, and I was like, oh, dude, you gotta fucking run. You just gotta do it. Like, you gotta do it somehow, some way. And I was texting Steph. She was like, dude, just don't worry about it. It's only 1 run. Like, what's gonna be the worst that can happen? But then I was like, yeah, I think you're right. But then I really thought, I was like, no, but I can't let this be a thing where there's something inconvenience and I just kind of make my way out of it. You know?
No.
I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to go and I'm going to run. So I just ran on the treadmill for a little bit.
Yeah.
But I really didn't want to, bro. It was like 9:30. It was almost 10. And
I think that's a win though. Like you didn't want to do it and you did it.
Yeah. So I felt I felt good about myself, but physically it was fuck, dude. I was super hungry and I had already ate all my calories, so I couldn't really eat. And so I just did 3 easy miles, but yeah, it's tough, dude.
Yeah, it is.
To try to lift and then run, but it's good. You should, because you want strong legs.
Yeah.
To like, I think there's the only reason why I'm even able to run, I think, a little better is because my legs are kind of strong.
Yeah.
So I can actually like go.
And they're getting stronger with your runs too.
Yeah.
In a different way where you're working on different muscles and.
Yeah, like my cardio is like way better now. Like I'm still like below average technically according to my watch, but I could tell just normal stuff. Like I can tell like I'm walking faster. I can tell that
better posture.
Yeah, just in general, like I'm not as fatigued physically, cardiovascularly, you know.
Yeah.
Like even with my lifts, before I would go to the gym for like an hour and a half, whatever, and I would burn this, like let's say I went for an hour, I would burn like 600 calories. Mm-hmm. Now I burn less than that because my cardio is better, so my heart rate isn't being as elevated as it used to be when I'm doing just whatever workouts. I'm still pushing myself, but my heart rate just doesn't get as elevated because I'm as physically demanding as running.
Definitely,
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we should sign up for a half.
I'm down.
Doing.
Magali's taking off for dinner with her friends, so I'll have some time to just sit down and do some things on the computer.
Yeah, we can just send me a few like a good one, some good ones in a cool spot.
I saw that there's one in Catalina that is the trails.
Oh, that's scary, bro.
Yeah, I mean that sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounds.
But that's intense.
Half
as well.
marathon.
Half marathon.
Bro, I'm barely getting to those miles.
Maybe we table that for another time.
Yeah, like
we'll do more flat.
Yeah, I'm down for a nice.
But that seems like a vibe, dude. Like you go to Catalina for the weekend, and you're doing a half marathon on the trails. Like
that would be pretty cool.
Yeah,
that would be pretty sick.
Maybe next year we can plan that.
Yeah, I mean, I do want to do some more trail running. So like right now, so trail running is good for running in general because you get used to like inclines and whatever.
Yeah.
And technical and instability, which is good because when you're running on pavement, sometimes it happens to me before too. Like you're stepping so much and you're so focused on going ahead that sometimes you don't pay attention.
Yeah.
You know, and just it only really takes just one misstep and you fuck something up.
Spraying yourself.
Yeah, and I misstepped for like half a second on like a crack on Hollywood Boulevard, and my foot like wobbled. But I was able to keep it in place and keep going. But like that could have been pretty bad. You know what I mean? But when you trail run, and because it's more technical and you strengthen your feet to move laterally, like in some unstable planes of motion.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. So
it's good. And I like it. It's fun too. I enjoy it. It's hard, but
yeah. We'll go on a trail run one of these
days. We'll sign up for another race. And also, I think last time we spoke, I had the beta for the watch. So I've been testing it. It's actually really cool. Like the new Watch OS is actually pretty cool. I like.
Is it buggy or no? It's cool.
It's not buggy. Like my watch is working fine, but it's not working as expected. So for example, like one of the things that I like a lot about it is that it tells you your training load. So when you work out, say I go on a run, then at the end of it, you get a little summary. It'll tell you estimated effort like 6 out of 10, which is pretty cool, and you can do that manually for every single one of your workouts. But it'll compare your 7-day average to your last month average and tell you whether you're overtraining, undertraining, or you're keeping steady. But the watch doesn't update that. Like it's weird. Like the next day, like right now, I ran 3 miles yesterday, but I have my running miles here and it still says 0. And I'll go back and when I go to the actual thing, it says 3 miles, but on my watch face, it says 0. And when I go to my widgets to like the training load, it still has it from like yesterday. So it takes a while to update, which is probably just like a bug type thing. Yeah. But it's cool. Like I like the vitals. So vitals is pretty cool. So what it does, it keeps track of your vitals while you sleep. So I think it's like temperature and like your oxygen, your heart rate. And it tells you if you're steady or if something's off balance and stuff. So that's pretty cool.
These are things that like Strava does, right? If you pay for the premium or other wearables.
Yeah, I mean, the Strava will sync to your stuff and it'll give you really good stats.
It'll let you know your effort, right?
Yeah, it gives you your relative effort. Yeah, it does pretty much like the same thing. But the Garmin's and the Coroses, they're very, very specific for like running and working out, I guess. So they give you a lot more metrics. And some of them are like really kind of crazy.
Okay.
But I think the watch is getting there for sure. But then there's like new complications now. So like, before you had the activity one, it was just show you like your stand, your move and stuff. Now it can tell you your running distance for the month, your paces, your walking distance, your hiking. Just a lot more things you can look at.
I like that you can pause the ring. So like, for example, if I took off for 3 weeks on vacation, not really planning to work out, it's not going to throw off my averages.
Or like if you're sick or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was the thing for me too. I remember like when I'd be sick or even during COVID, I remember I'm like, fuck, dude, I can't close my rings. I'm going to lose my streaks and stuff. But yeah, now you can pause it, which is cool. But for me, I just really like those new little complications. Other than that, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
To be honest, I mean, I haven't really noticed anything different. The widgets, I do notice that the idle face is not the face that you put. So right now it's just having my face because I'm like kind of interacting with it. But if I leave it alone, it'll show your widget instead. So like right now it was telling me like the Dodger game and stuff. So it's like little things like that, little slice of life improvements.
Yeah.
Which I like. So you guys want to give a little update on my watch OS experience? I like it. It's pretty cool.
And I think we'll maybe update them next time on the which run we're gonna do, and I can start training for that.
Yeah, I mean you could do it.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah, we ran 10 miles the other time, which for me was way harder than running these 14 miles.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it was because for the 14 miles, my goal was to stay at a 12-minute pace, so just technically a little bit faster than my zone 2 pace, but it was still manageable. So I was able to just kind of like go, and it was pretty easy. But when I was going with you, I was trying to run somewhat close to your pace, even though you're a little bit faster than me. You're a lot faster than me, but during that run, so I was close to like a 10-minute pace, which for me was hard, for a long effort. So yeah, I was like fighting for my life at those times. Like for some reason, dude, when we got to LA River, that long stretch of whatever.
It was long.
It was long. I was like, what the fuck, dude? This is never going to fucking end. And I remember you were like, oh, I'll wait for you at the end. And I just kept thinking, like, where the fuck is the end? I was like, and then you could look pretty far ahead. And I was like, I don't fucking see Steven. This. So hasn't ended anytime soon.
But it's just because it has big turns and stuff.
Yeah, it has like big turns and stuff, but it felt like forever, bro. And I didn't want to stop, which is not, you can stop,
Yeah.
Like whatever, not the end of the world, you fucking stop. But
shout out Frogtown.
What's Frogtown?
That's right where we.
That's where it was.
By. That's like those little cafes and stuff.
Oh, really?
It's a really cool area.
Yeah, I want to take stuff there. You should. It's really nice.
Yeah, like a good so there's a good coffee spot called La Colombe, like COLUMBE. And they have really good draft coffee. It's like hard to explain. It's almost like a nitro kind of thing, but it's right, like literally you walk outside and the path is right there, so you could take a nice walk and have like little flea markets. I think I saw it when we ran, right? Yeah,
it's like right there.
That's exactly what was happening there. Like a flea market. And
yeah, it was cool. There was like little families and stuff. It's a cool little walking
people doing yoga. There's a cafe there, like a bike cafe. You could actually rent bikes at that bike cafe.
I saw that. There was a lot of people biking stuff. It was a cool spot. I just felt like it never was gonna end.
Yeah,
which is nuts because it was only like maybe 2 or 3 miles or something, or maybe even less. Like the whole.
I think so. Yeah, sounds about right. I've been wanting Eric to do that run with me ever since, like before we did our 10 miles. We did like 6.8, and he hasn't been down. I was like, what the fuck? I thought you were Mr. Running Influencer,
Mr. Runner, Mr. Track Star. And stuff.
Yeah, Mr. Track Star.
Yeah, I see. I mean, he's doing. I see him on the stories and stuff.
Yeah,
posting his runs, but he's not a very social runner, huh?
I guess not. And even me, I'm not really a social worker outer kind of guy. Like
except for F45.
Except for F45, but that's because that's where I go to work out.
Yeah.
And I end up because I mean for me, I'm seeing these people all the time. I would feel weird not saying hi or not building rapport, But yeah, Eric's he likes working out with me, like doing like the trails or stuff like that, but it's just hard to meet up. And honestly, I actually prefer to run alone. I prefer to work out alone. I just don't like, I like just doing things real quick. I don't like to take a long time. I don't want to have to go somewhere to meet somebody.
Well, I'll tell you right now, bro, if you're doing a long run with me, it's going to take.
Well, that's fine. Like I'm mentally prepared for that. I know you already made it known what you're.
Yeah, I tell you straight up.
Yeah, so I know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm gonna plan for that. But sometimes, like, if I want to go meet up with another person to go work out, like, it takes me time to get there. I don't know what we're gonna do. I haven't been here, so the expectations aren't clear, and I don't want to waste time. You know.
Yeah, I mean, with me, I'm very specific about the workouts I do. Even with the runs, I'm gonna run. I'll be like 4 miles easy, 2 miles marathon, everything's very specific. Especially with my lifts is very specific. Like I have it set, everything already in place.
Yeah.
So when I have worked out with people, like when I used to work out with Steph and stuff, I would pretty much send her the workout before she even goes, so she knows what to anticipate. So she's not like, oh no, I don't want to do this. Like, look, I told you, like, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so I always do that. I always like send the workout and stuff. So that for the same reason, bro, I hate it. Like when back in the day when I used to go with just a couple of homies, I don't know. I don't even know how it worked out. I just did whatever.
Yeah.
You know, and I just did whatever they wanted to do, and there was no structure or whatever.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it's much better.
Yeah.
But I'm the same way. I don't like wasting time.
Yeah. What I am looking forward to kind of wrap this up and bring it full circle about talking about the debate is I hope, because we're doing this podcast and we do like a long form discussion, I hope that the presidential candidates really take advantage of the current kind of landscape of like the podcast world and maybe go on Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders did.
Yeah, Bernie Sanders did. And even Joe Biden as an old man, I think he'd do better in a setting where it's more intimate, it's more relaxed, it's more like he can be thoughtful about his questions.
Yeah, he can actually take time to think about what he wants to say.
Because I feel like as an old man, he might be like, he starts to kind of stutter. And, you know, I'm not like a Joe Biden fan whatsoever, but he is my president, and I have to.
But I also feel bad for him. As like
I do feel bad for him,
person,
but
as like a man.
I think he's done a lot of good. I think he's done the best job that he can do. Like at the end of the day, it's not all up to him. There's a whole team around him. There's Congress. There's a whole.
You think they'll replace him? There's like talks.
I think there are talks, and it's a possibility. But I feel like every president like has to have that 8 years, like, or else it's kind of looked at as like a failure, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say the same. When I see presidents that only get 4 years, I'm like, must be a shitty president.
I think the same thing's happening with Donald Trump. Like, that's probably how he feels. That's why he's running again.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, the polls favor Trump at the moment. So,
yeah,
looks like it might
see what happens. I mean, he's also getting like indicted and there's court trials.
He was given immunity.
Oh, that's right, because for official acts or something.
Yeah.
But wasn't there something else that he's pushing back? There's another hearing for, I don't know, the same thing or.
Yeah, so I think this immunity kind of prolongs that and like basically guarantees him not having to go through these trials as he's running for election.
Oh, got it.
Because that's been his goal, is like trying to appeal them and like kind of postpone them.
Yeah, I mean that's an interesting precedent to send in general.
But I mean, every politician, every president has some type of.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, there's no president or congressman that is like squeaky clean.
No, for sure. It takes a lot to get there.
Yeah, it takes a lot.
Have you seen House of Cards?
That's a good one.
I mean, it's a show, but
yeah,
sure.
no, it's a good one though.
Yeah.
But I mean, bro, we always say this like, what is it? Truth is stranger.
Reality is stranger than fiction.
Yeah, reality is stranger than fiction. Bro, I feel like there's some crazy shit happening that we don't see.
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like it's only a matter of time to where they're like, okay, well, you know, you see these UFOs, these are actually the demons and the gods mentioned in the Holy Bible, so they're coming.
Yeah, they're on their way.
They're on their way. They actually been living here for a while now. They live underground. They live in Antarctica. Why do you think we don't let nobody fly to Antarctica?
It's crazy because I saw this. It was like a horror video, or whatever, but it showed clips from like the 70s and 80s, and there was like just. You know, there's always people saying it's the end times and this and that, whatever. And there was one guy who was saying it was like, oh, the hell is coming soon. Like, you'll see. And I'm like, man, if he were to see it now, would he like totally agree that it's already here? Because you see all this crazy shit, especially in media and like celebrities doing all this crazy, just showing out, you know, demonic attire and weird visuals and stuff. And it's weird because these are celebrities who weren't always like that. Like, it's one thing if you're like let's say some kind of metal band that's been like that from the get-go. So like that's what they do, what they are, what they've always been. But you get like a Sam Smith and all of a sudden he's weird, like Doja Cat, and all of a sudden she's like really weird. So like, were they right? You know, whereas like now in the future, which would be now, it's pretty much well established that there's a lot of demonic shit. It may not be like actual demonic shit, but there's definitely like visuals and there's definitely things out there, you know, that we see pretty much on a daily basis.
There's we could probably close with this, a video that I saw on the Joe Rogan podcast where like, I forgot who says it, but this guy basically takes the perspective of Satan and talks about what he would do to manipulate today's world and how he would like infect himself in certain areas, and just kind of goes on to like all these different subjects. And it's crazy how like a lot of that is happening right now. This is like an old recording, so I'll send it to you. Yeah. Maybe you can include it at the end of this or whatever, but it's pretty crazy, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of old things that people would like rave about is kind of happening in a way now.
Yeah, it's you'll like it. I think it's a good thing to include.
I mean, all that shit is kind of crazy. We should have just one episode of just like conspiracy shit.
Yeah, maybe the next one.
Yeah, next one, conspiracy episode 5.
Yeah, episode 5.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll close out with that. Tomorrow, July 4th. Happy 4th.
Happy 4th.
Happy America's B-Day.
America, baby.
Enjoy your freedom.
Hell yeah.
We'll see you guys next time.
It's a wrap.
Deuces.